Everybody, Steve List here, and I'm going to talk about nursery production. And what we do here at Silmar Agriculture Learning Center is we do pot up a lot of plants, a lot of larger trees and things in order to teach you how to grow them, but also to donate. We start out with plug trays, and the plug trays can be anywhere from 288. This one is a 512. There's literally 512 plants here. And they're going to go up to 100, and I believe this one's 102, 128, so you kind of get the idea. And we kind of gradually go up to the sizes of the pots and how we make things up. So if you've got a smaller plug, this is a cyclamen. Generally we put a cyclamen into a 4-inch pot, or we have some of this kale, and we would pot up the kale into a 6-pack. So you can see that's a finished product. We're going to let that grow up, and then we're going to go ahead and donate that when they're a little bit higher. From a 4-inch pot, you go into some of these azalea pots. This is a 6-inch azalea pot, an 8-inch azalea pot. Then we go into large-scale perennial nursery production. 1-gallon can. Take this out when it gets a little root bound. You shift it up to a 5-gallon can. This gets a little bigger. You shift it up into a 15-gallon can. This gets too big for the pot, you go ahead and put it into a 24-inch box. You can go on and on and on. You can go to a 30-inch, a 36, a 48, a 64, even a 72-inch box, which is a 6-footer they do have. We generally stop at a 24-inch box because we just don't have the manpower to focus on that. Another thing we would like to show you is taking a 1-gallon plant, and I call it shifting, up potting into a 5-gallon. So what we want to do is make sure you don't hurt the plant. Some are easier than others, and I take my fingers like this, tap it, and you can see this is just perfect for transplanting. You can see the roots are just starting to get root bound. So what I like to do is lightly score the roots. And number one, make sure you plant at the same level that the pot was in. If you go ahead, and this could come off anyhow, that's a little sucker grout. If you go above this, it's going to girdle the trunk, kill the plant. So we lightly score the roots. We go ahead and we get in here and we set. Okay, and then you're going to pack down the soil. And again, do not plant above the crown of the plant. You plant above into the trunk, it's going to girdle. A little more soil, make sure, pack it down. Let's get a good drink in there. Sometimes you need 2 drinks to get all the air bubbles out of there. Then we can set this in the nursery. This plant went from a 1-gallon into a 5-gallon. This will grow maybe another month or 2. You'll be ready to sell it. You'll make more money selling a 5-gallon, obviously. Generally speaking, this is a salvia. You're not going to want to put it into a 15. The demand for a 15-gallon salvia is very, very little. They more would sell with a 1-gallon or a 5-gallon. So there you go. There's your planting. There's your nursery production part 1.